Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Kuroko no Basket 2 episode 23 review. That is 2-3. Or, of course, Kuroko no Basket episode 48 review. Now, before I get started, of course, the link to the episode will be in the description box below on Crunchyroll.com, and if you cannot view it due to certain issues, you guys know the drill. Google, Bing, Yahoo, go. Now, that being said, let me start off with the four basics. Story progression, character progression or character development, animation, and pacing. First of all, we're still in the third quarter, so we haven't made that much segue into the story. That being said, though, even though there is... Because overall, there's not a lot of story progression. However, Murasakibara is going in. He's going ham. He's going massively ham. And Kiyoshi is now benched. So, when it comes to a quarter standpoint, we did make a lot of segue in the quarter itself. Because right now, we are reaching the end of the third quarter. But from an overall standpoint, we haven't made that much progression into the story yet. So that's number one. So that's okay. Number two, which is character development. Mainly for Kiyoshi. And it's basically summed up in like one sentence. And I can't say it verbatim because I forgot what he actually said verbatim. But it goes along the lines of, you don't support your teammates because you're a team. You're a team because you support each other. It's some kind of like inverse relationship, wherein which I forgot the exact words again, but I'm gonna try one more time. You do not support each other because you're a team. You're a team because you support each other. And basically what this leads to, it leads to some kind of revelation in Kiyoshi, wherein which he now realizes that, you know what? I've always thought that I had to protect my teammates, but no. These guys can stand on their own 2 feet. And when I'm down, when I'm in trouble, they come and save my ass. They come and get the job done. And when he reveals this to everyone, he's kind of like, yo, well, first of all, everyone's pissed off. They're like, yo, what the fuck? No. What the hell? What the hell, bro? I'm pissed. Yo, even Kuroko's like, that's not cool, bro. And they had some like slapstick that they were gonna just like, yeah, mess around with. But it sounds kind of weird. But the thing is that he starts to cry, and it's that realization that, you know what, these guys are awesome. All right, and it took me until now to realize that these guys are awesome. That I didn't need to quote unquote. Because the way it is that in his mindset, I guess it was almost like babysitting, where he had to like protect them as if like they were his children or like they were inferior to him in some weird twisted way. That's the way you can like you can kind of perceive it as that. I mean, it's not like a bad way, but it's like being overprotective of certain individuals. In this case, his team. But now he understands that, you know what, I don't need that. These guys are so good on their own. And these guys help me when I need help, that I tend to forget that we're on like the same level. Of course, in case of Kagami and Kuroko, they're beyond. So that being said, that was good character development when it comes to Kiyoshi overall, because Kiyoshi, he needed that. And he finally comes to Riko and says, I'm going to ask for one more favor. And we don't know what's going to be that one more favor, but we're going to probably find out in the next episode of Kuroko no Basket 2. So that's number 2. Number 3, animation. Animation, it was good, but there were some scenes that I noticed were actually rehashed. Like, for example, when it came to the Thor's hammer of Murasakibara, they did that quite a few times. Like that same dunk twist, but it's awesome. And I'll get to the specifics later. That shit is awesome, man. But there were some scenes that were rehashed. So the animation, it's good. I liked it. Like, for example, there was one scene where they're playing the all-court the stealth all court, man-to-man defense. And then we see Kuroko steal the ball from Murasakibara. Then he actually was going to shoot his special shot. And Murasakibara, he was like right there, but he didn't jump in time. But so the animation was good, but there were a few rehash scenes that I did notice. And when it came to the pacing, the flashbacks, they kind of stunt the pacing, they do. But overall pacing isn't bad. So from those 4 alone, the episode rating is going to be a good. Now, when it comes to other stuff in the episode that I want to, stuff of mention, worthy. First of all, Murasakibara is the most physical player I've seen, and it makes sense to me because he is the best center in Japanese basketball right now. And because I haven't seen any other center hold a candle. Not Kiyoshi, not that really big guy from the first season, but no, not that guy. And not even the guys at Seiho had centers as good as Murasakibara. He's phenomenal. And the fact that there was one scene that I loved where he was dribbling the ball, and I think it was Izuki and Hyuga. They're trying to stop him, and he just throws these guys to the side like, yeah. And I'm like, what the? That was hilarious. Not only that, but this guy has such force that he was able, on the second dunk over Kagami Taiga, was able to come down with that dunk, the Thor's hammer, and literally bring down the entire thing. Hoop, rim, backboard, everything. He brought the entire thing down. Yeah. And as it's falling down, he's straight up speeching about how the tall dominate this game. How it's so unfair because the hoop itself is put 3 meters high. And the game is built for guys like me who are just tall, who are talented. And he's just speeching as this thing comes down. I'm like, yo, this dude is phenomenal. He's phenomenal. According to Kuroko, in Teiko, he normally played defense. And that was the assumption. The assumption was that he was just a defensive guy. And his specialty was defense. False. This is completely false. 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 Oh my god. And we find out, according to Kuroko's words, that when he's pressured enough, when he's pissed off enough, despite him being lazy, despite him being someone who doesn't like the game, basketball, he was able to score a record-breaking 100 points by himself. When he puts his mind on the mission, this dude is Schwarzenegger. You just can't stop him. He is Rambo. Nothing is over till he says it's over. And the fact that he was able to score 100 points, I believe that's even more points than Almina has ever scored in a single game. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I think Kuroko said the words, quote-unquote, record-breaking. Which means that not even Almine Daiki has scored that many points in the game. And I believe that game was actually against Kiyoshi's middle school team. Because when you look at the actual flashback, because there's 2 flashbacks. The first one where we see Kiyoshi and his middle school team, and the second one when it involves Teiko, Kuroko, and Murasakibara. Well, if you look at that flashback, you see how the score, it's basically Kiyoshi's middle school team, they had like 58 points, something like that. And the Gen, Teiko, had like 140 something. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm thinking that 100 of those points came from Murasakibara alone. Because in that dialogue, he says specifically how I didn't need to try that hard, but I did anyway because you pissed me off. Something along those lines. So, this guy's phenomenal. And mind you, when it comes to his dunk, the Thor's hammer, the main reason why he has so much force, enough force to actually bring the entire thing down, is because of multiple factors. First of all, it's the torque. When this guy, he has the ball, he pivots, and as he's pivoting, he jumps, and he has like when you look at the first opening of the season, of season 2, there is a particular scene where you see Murasakibara, and he's like in the middle of like a cyclone, and it's similar to what he's doing. It's similar to that, where in which he's spinning with so much torque, where it's like a miniature cyclone in his lower, like on his lower body. It's insane. That's number one. Number two is that he actually has a lot of strength, muscle-wise. His arms don't seem that muscular. His arms don't seem... Hey, whoa. Hold on, man. Ladies, where you at? Alright, with that being said, he actually has muscle in his arms, alright? Despite him having very long and lanky arms and like having a huge wingspan, he has muscle. That's number two. Number three is his height. And this goes on to number four, the trajectory of the arms. Where in which the closer you are to 90, the more force you can put upon something in this particular case. The closer you are to 180, the less force you put upon something. And in this case, he's around like what? Like 75, 65 when it comes to his angle. So he's coming down almost like right on top of the actual rim. And that means that all of his weight, all of his mass is going to come... No, let's not get there. Basically, he's putting all of his weight, all of his strength and his muscle right into that dunk. And that's why he was able to dunk not just over Kagami once, but also Kagami again with Kiyoshi. Because there was a scene where Kiyoshi and Kagami, they're like, yeah, no, stop him. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh no. It was disgusting. Now, also what I want to point out is that Murasakibara, he gets payback. Because in his mind, the entire first quarter, the entire first half actually, was him being berated by Team Seirin. Because he was so mad that these insects, these ants, would try so hard to stop the Shield of Aegis. And the fact that they were like the first team to score against him and his boys. The fact that Kiyoshi was like, do you like basketball? The fact that Kiyoshi and Kuroko are guys that have mindsets that do certain things that he hates. The entire time in the first half, he was just getting pissed. Every damn minute, the rage kept on building and building and building. And finally, at the end of the third, he gets massive payback. He's just spanking Kiyoshi. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. And then when Kiyoshi's on the ground, and he picks him up, and then he says, huh. So, now you see the reality, huh? This is the reality, man. The talented win. You failed to protect your friends once again. You suck ass. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I mean, obviously, he didn't say you suck ass, but he might as well have said it. Because it was like a parent scolding their child. Just, what are you doing, boy? What are you doing, boy? Yeah. What are you doing, boy? And it was just embarrassing. Because everyone was there, too. And he was doing this on top of just dominating Kiyoshi and staying by himself. So, and props to Kuroko for actually coming back and stealing the ball and actually scoring points on Yosa and keeping them in there. Props to Team Seirin as a whole, being able to support their main dude, well, I can't say main guy, the founder of the high school basketball team of Seirin, Kiyoshi Teppei. Props to them, because they actually, got the job done. But Murasakibara is by far the most physical dude we've ever seen in the series. He's a monster. And the episode mainly centers around him. There's not any Taiga hype. I mean, Taiga last episode was doing a lot of stuff. It was mainly about Murasakibara. And now, when it comes to the coach of Yosa, and she's going to, after he gets pissed at the end of the episode and he starts kicking up the bench, she has the kendo, out of nowhere, kendo stick. What are you doing? Sit down, let's go, let's have game plan. And the game plan is that in order to counteract the stealth full court man-to-man defense, they're actually going to let Taiga dribble the ball. Because, mind you, I should say, the team has two aces, not one, two. it's Taiga and it's Murasakibara. So, and Taiga, he has his own unique set of skills where he's so smooth. He's making afterimages, man. And you're like, whoa. Yeah, it's crazy. So, we're going to see this rivalry pretty much end off either in the next episode or the episode after that one. Because, mind you, we are 2 episodes away from the season finale. And the rivalry between Kagami and Taiga is going to come to a close real soon. Where this ends off, we'll see. And finally, when it comes to the difference of hard work versus talent, Kuroko versus Murasakibara, we're going to see what that pays. We're going to see what that ends off too in a few episodes. And, you know, unlike Rock Lee in Naruto where hard work fails, we're going to see Kuroko succeed. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows, alright? We're not too sure. Because Murasakibara is that good right now. But then again, they did beat Aomine. And Aomine is the ace of the gen. He's the pinnacle of talent. So, we'll see where this goes. So, that being said, King Lightning, be sure, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. The episode is going to be a good piece. Have a nice day.